Accessible Microsoft Word documents. By watching this video, you will learn the basic steps to make a Microsoft Word document accessible. This includes using accessible fonts and font sizes, inserting stylized headings, writing alternative text for images, properly formatting lists and tables, not using tables solely for layout purposes, having a good color contrast ratio, and always using Microsoft's accessibility checker. First, let's talk about why we should always make documents accessible. Creating accessible documents ensures that information is available to everyone, regardless of their abilities. This fosters equal opportunities and contributes to a more inclusive society. For example, people who have print-related disabilities, such as dyslexia, low vision, blindness, learning disabilities, and physical difficulties related to manipulating a paper book. They all rely on documents being accessible so that their screen reading or text-to-speech software can properly speak your document out loud to them. Now that we know why accessible documents are crucial, let's explore how to go about making a document accessible. The most accessible fonts are sans serif, such as Calibri, Arial, and Roboto, and the minimum accessible font size is 12 points. Press Ctrl-A to select the entire document and click on the Home ribbon to see the font group. You can specify the font and font size. Once applied, you can immediately see how much more legible this document is for everyone. This is an example of a list that is not accessible because it uses a dash instead of a real list bullet. Delete the dashes, highlight the list items, and then click on the bullets or numbering buttons in the paragraph group of the Home ribbon. This is how you create an accessible list. A document must have headings to be accessible and navigable. Use the Styles group in the Home ribbon to create as many levels of headings as your document needs. This document title will be a heading 1. The first subsection will be a heading 2. And the subsection under the heading 2 will be a heading 3. Write an alternative text description for each image in your document. Right-click on the image and choose View Alt Text. Screen reading software will read this text to those who cannot see the image. Ensure that your alternative text reflects the image's context within the document and conveys the key information. This is an example of insufficient color contrast between the background color and the color of the font. It is hard to read due to the low contrast. To fix this problem, we will change the dark gray background to white. If you're ever in doubt, simply search the internet for color contrast checker, and you will find many tools that can check the contrast for you. An accessible table has column headers and clear relationships between rows and columns. It has the same number of cells in each row, it's uniform, it does not have any merged cells. Also, it's important to alter a couple of the table's properties. First, highlight the table header row and right-click. Select Table Properties, and then navigate to the Row tab, and check the box for Repeat as Header Row at the top of each page, and select OK. Next, highlight the entire table, right-click, go back to Table Properties, and uncheck the box Allow Row to Break Across Pages. Finally, head to the Alt Text tab and provide a brief description of the table. One more thing to know about tables. This is an example of an inaccessible table because it is used solely for layout purposes. Never use tables for layout purposes. They complicate the experience for someone using screen reading software. Always use Microsoft's built-in accessibility checker. Click on the Review ribbon and then select Check Accessibility. This tool will inform you of any accessibility issues within your document, and it will even tell you how to fix them.
For now, please continue to register as a patron or your student and place requests. Go to Georgia DOE's online ordering and student registration system at patron.gimc.org/imcweb. For AEM inquiries or assistance using online system, please contact our CIDI-GA K-12 team by calling 404-894-6874 for questions related to APH orders, 478-751-6083 extension 1144 or 1145 for all other inquiries, or email us at CIDIGAK12@design.gatech.edu.